The prosecution rested today in the Karmelo Anthony trial. Now, granted, this is the insane part. Today's Saturday. They had court for the fifth day today, and prosecution rested. Now, I know YouTube isn't going to push this, and the majority of y'all don't give a shit about this because it's not hip-hop, it's not rap, so don't worry. We'll get on to that. I'm going to still keep this video up because I think it's very important on how social media absolutely can befuddle some shit, mess up some shit, not correct some stuff, and attack things from a biased standpoint, including from yours truly. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to call out the BS automatically right off the dribble because Lil Austin Metcalf, his brother is a liar. And how we know his brother is a liar is because they didn't bring his ass up to get on the stand for the prosecution. You would think if I seen you X my brother out, I'm going to come to the stand, sit and tell it like it is. But the reason why is because he's a liar. Watch this first clip.
It was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." And he's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So yeah. Just that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him, but
it was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything for our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid.
Now I want y'all to watch the second clip because this is the part where Pampers are full of shit when they look saggy and full, and this is exactly what he looks like. Roll it.
And me, my brother, a couple of kids were walking back from the field house of the middle school because we attended that middle school when we went to middle school, and we were saying hello to old coaches and catching up with them. And then we're walking back to our stand. We put our tent up so all the bleachers were right there were not wet from all the rain. We come back, we sit down, and this kid said something behind me. I've never met this kid in my entire life. I never knew who he was. Said something just inappropriate and uncalled for. And I turned around and asked him who he was. He started getting really aggressive. My brother stepped in. He started being, how he always is with me, just brothers, just having my back. And things started getting more higher intensity. And the kid said some aggressive stuff, reckless stuff. Austin tried to handle the problem. And yeah.
Austin was always one to step up. He always wanted to step up and be the person that would do the right thing. And he was doing the right thing by saying to this gentleman that you're not supposed to be in this tent. This is because they have personal items there.
A lot of stuff gets stolen, just like that, just precautions and stuff. And our coaches always told us don't let, other schools, mess with our stuff, just sit around our tent area. And we set that up for the girls' track every meet we had. So it's just he knew he wasn't supposed to be there. And it's just a tragedy what happened.
And then what happened, Austin? After your brother stepped up, what happened then?
He stepped up over there, asked him to move, got aggressive, he grabbed the bag, and then I whipped my head around, and then all of a sudden I see him running down the bleachers, grabbing his chest.
Now, if you can, after this video, go tune in to Nick at Night because she's breaking it down because she was in the courtroom. She was there. She was giving her reporting. And I want y'all to see how the prosecution tried to play in people's faces. And I hope the defense can absolutely shred all of this shit. Because check this out.
Like a lot of hate online. So I thought that these were going to be some kids that are nothing, like they surrounded by nothing but white kids. This is probably an all-white school. This was what I thought based on the people who are connected to the Metcalf family and how they spew all of this hate online. I thought that the school was going to be a reflection of that. they have shown that the school is diverse based on who they strategically called to the stand, right? They strategically called a number of Black kids to the stand, and they strategically called less white kids. So in my mind, seeing that there's all these mouthpieces that, there's people who spew a lot of hate online, but like at the courthouse, you know what I mean? They like, you see them embracing the Metcalfs are talking to them, and you know what I mean? So I thought that the school was going to be a reflection of hate. However, there's been a lot of students that go to that school that have been coming to the courthouse, like that are not testifying. They're polite, they're sweet kids, like you can tell, like they're like that, like they're like, it's not like that, like, so like I'm not like I'm just like, I'm not on the jury, so the jury only can go off of who is testifying, right? I'm looking at the complete picture. I'm like, damn, like what I thought the school was gonna be like. I'm seeing all these racists spewing all this negative stuff. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, they're going to a school and it's probably nothing but white kids that hate Black people. You get what I'm saying? That's what I thought based on the racists that are speaking out and making this a race thing. But the prosecution has done a very good job at putting on a lot of Black kids, and these Black kids are vouching for him, and they're like, they love him so much that they would clearly lie for him on the stand, because the kids are clearly lying. Like none of their stories match. You know what I mean? Like everybody's saying something different. So it's like they would like even lie for him to the pack. And then on top of that, like they would join in helping bully a Black kid, right? So you have all of these kids that are testifying. The boy who he went to and talked to today, I don't know what his nationality is, but he looks mixed, right?
From all the reports, from everything I've seen, from everything I read, shout out Dennis Byron as well, because he's on the case as well. Bruh, these goddamn Vikings walked up on this little ass kid and tried to bully him to the point where everybody says, yo, Austin, he pushed him. Little dude pulled out a knife, was like, bruh, watch out. I ain't going like that. They didn't believe him. But not only did these two Vikings approach him, they came with people. So they came with their posse to intimidate this kid. We were to believe that there were so many canopies set up that he just went there and just sat down and just didn't give a damn. Turns out he actually had people that was his people up over there too, and they happened to have the only one that was there, and it was raining. So these kids tried to embarrass him, tried to bully him, tried to do all of this shit. Oh, let me pop y'all in real quick with the docket diva over there on Twitter, because we ain't calling it X. Hunter Metcalf gave 2 interviews after his brother Austin Metcalf was killed. What he said in those interviews doesn't match what this jury has been hearing all week. Let me show you the timeline. On April 2nd, in an interview with WFAA, Hunter stated that we asked him, Karmelo, to move. On April 3rd, Hunter says he was the first to approach Karmelo, not Austin. Austin then stepped up and tried to handle the problem. Hunter says he grabbed the bag. It's unclear who he refers to. He also described his brother as not being aggressive. At trial, multiple witnesses testified Hunter was not involved or part of the confrontation. One witness was asked directly. The answer was flat out no. A defense witness testifies. The defense witness from Metcalf's school, who made it clear he didn't want to testify, be there, said Karmelo Anthony was called over to the tent by someone he knew. He didn't just pop up. The state never called Hunter Metcalf to the stand. Now you know why. That's a question worth asking. The witness also said Anthony provoked the fight. which is the same theory prosecutors have led with since day one. Now, let me say this. I don't like the fact any of this shit. Do I think the youngin deserved to die? No, I don't. I don't think Austin Metcalf deserved to die at all. That's a goddamn kid. He's a kid. I mean, damn, bro. Can we look past the damn skin color? Because the race is human. He's a kid, bro, who happened to have some bully tactics. And just so happened, y'all can have a lot of sympathy when a kid gets bullied and blast a damn school and go, oh, shit, well, let's arrest his father, too, and try to get him some mental health. And he had all these issues and all this shit. I don't like the fact that he did it. And part of me is like, damn, youngin, why would you put yourself in that situation? Why the hell you gotta do that right there? But I get it. You probably been being bullied and all this shit and everything your whole entire life, and you understand that that knife probably make people stop from goddamn harming you, because him having a knife is not illegal, by the way. Just want to point that part out. But here's where we're gonna have fun. The defense only has to do a couple of things. One, look at how all the youngins change their stories up. Point that out in their closing. Point out the obvious. Don't try to go full racial, because you have a lot of people say certain shit, but get down to the letter of the law. I messed up not doing the Rick Chow video. That's on me. I'm going to be fair. I could at least put it on the Reloaded channel. So I think we're going to start covering a lot more politics and news on the Ceddy Nash Clips channel, and we're just going to call it Ceddy Nash News, or the news channel with Ceddy Nash, or I don't know. I'll if you subscribe to that channel, I'm going to put up like a questionnaire of what y'all want me to call it, and we're going to do politics, and we'll probably do about 4 videos a day, because the rap shit is cool, but this is far more important. End of the day, he didn't do anything illegal because of this simplicity. Let it have been 5 black kids or 2 big old black kids approach a small ass white kid, and one black kid pushed him. Do y'all think the media, especially the white media, would absolutely go, he was doing self-defense? Yeah, I think so too. See, when you flip the colors and you flip the story, that's where I think he gets found not guilty. Because if I'm the damn defense, I say it that way, but I don't say it just like that. I do try to flip it a little bit. Try to sneak the color out of there and go, what if it was role reverse and this would have happened and he was this high? I'll be talking about the height discrepancy, the weight discrepancy, all of this shit, plus the past and priors, and get that ass flushed up out of there. But the hardest part the prosecution has is the same thing with the Rick Chow shit. The letter of the law. Did he fully violate the letter of the law? And in that instance, Karmelo Anthony didn't. I think it's going to take about a day to get the verdict, but we shall see. Subscribe, turn on bells to notify, share to keep your people aware. I know y'all don't give a fuck about shit like this, so I don't expect it to do views. But for those of you who did view it, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all come back now. Click right here for this Boosie shit where I'm talking about changing your public party to private and Eventbrite being owned by a big-ass company that if the LGBTQIA plus community starts to rebel against, Boosie's going to get his shit canceled, but people are too emotional. See if you can hold your emotions and click right here for that video, or click right here for the playlist, and I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all come back now, you hear?